and welcome to Literary Hype. I am Stephanie, your LiteraryHypeWoman, and I am back from San Diego Comic-Con with some really heavy luggage. Ridiculously heavy luggage. So I'm gonna go through the books that I acquired, the books that I got signed, and the swag, and the things I bought. It's a lot, y'all. So buckle up, because there's a lot to go through right now. Let's start with the books that I took to San Diego Comic-Con to get signed and whether or not I was successful. Let's start with the one that's on the top of the pile. Junior High by Tegan and Sarah. I used to listen to their music in high school, so it was very exciting when I got this book at Emerald City Comic-Con earlier this year, and then they were at San Diego signing. So I got this signed, sort of. This is one that I sent my boyfriend to go wait in line for me for. So, but we did get it signed. So that is number one. I also took my advanced copy of Silver Nitrate that I got at Emerald City Comic-Con, and Sylvia Moreno Garcia signed this for me. I caught her at the very end of her signing giveaway. Just kind of was like, skirt, skirt, hi. And she was very nice and did sign it for me. Then I got an arc of The First Bright Thing by J.R. Dawson signed. This was during a giveaway slot, so you're gonna see this book come up again, but this was an early arc of this book, and so it is signed, and I got to do that one myself. I had a fun moment with Sarah Gailey when I went to get the Echo Wife signed, because I had to leave the Tekken 8 panel with Mike Tyson a couple minutes early in order to run down and catch the very end of the signing, and I caught Sarah right before it all ended at the signing table. So this is signed, very last second, and hilarious conversation about what true love is, and that is leaving Mike Tyson to go see somebody. So there you go. I had an interview with Dr. Travis Langley, so I got the Spider-Man Psychology Untangling Web signed, as well as Stranger Things Psychology, Life Upside Down signed, and Doctor Who Psychology, which I have not gotten a chance to read this one yet because it came in right before I left for the convention, but times change. It does have a new subtitle with the new release. This is an updated version of it. So he did sign all of them, and one of the things I love about Dr. Langley when he signs his books is he has a phrase that he signs on the books that kind of go in with them, and so he gave me the option for Stranger Things of Stranger Together or Stay Strange, and I just love it. It's so funny. I did pick Stranger Together because we're a couple nerds that get way off topic when we have conversations, so thanks to Dr. Langley for signing all three of these and for participating in an interview. Another one that I sent my boyfriend to get signed for me while I was doing something else is Holly Black's The Book of Night. This was a book club selection for Literary Hype not too long ago, and that was because she was going to be at San Diego, so I read it just in time for her to sign my arc. I also did an interview with Delilah S. Dawson, and right before I left, my store got a copy of Midnight at the Houdini, which comes out in September. So I have, and it's written in here, the first signed edition of this book. I'm very sad that I don't know what they're doing with printing arcs lately, but the covers have been like the slightest bumping has been rubbing everything off the images off of it. So it's in kind of rough shape just because it was in the suitcase and I was reading it on the plane, and the edges are a little worn, but it is the first copy of Midnight at the Houdini that Delilah S. Dawson signed, so be looking for that interview. It is hilarious. We had a good time. I also got my copy of Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong signed. She was scheduled to do a signing right after Victoria Aveyard, and so Victoria's line was still very long, and we were in the overflow area waiting to get in. So Chloe just came up and started signing stuff while we were waiting in line. She was not about to wait, and I appreciate that. Plus we got better pictures since we're not leaning over a table. I also had an interview scheduled with Holly James while I was at San Diego Comic-Con because she lives in San Diego. So I got my Gigantor copy of The Deja Glitch signed, as well as her first book, Nothing But the Truth. And then she was oh so kind to bring me another copy, a finished copy of her book to sign this as well. And then I had one that arrived at my house when I got home that is not signed. So I now have 3 copies of the Deja Glitch, and I'm oddly okay with that. Maybe I'll do a giveaway, but I enjoy that I have 3 copies of one book. Now for the ones I took and did not get signed. I did not know that Felicia Day's signing needed a ticket, so I failed to get Embrace Your Weird signed. And Susan Lee, my friend, she was on deadline, so we did not actually end up meeting up like we planned to, so I did not get my copy of the Name Drop signed yet. It's gonna happen. Now for the books that I got from giveaways at San Diego Comic-Con. The fine folks at Del Rey were handing out The Blue Beautiful World by Karen Lord. I got almost the last copy of this. I saw someone, they were like, oh, they're giving it away over there. So I ran, and this was the last non-damaged copy. They had 2 other copies that were damaged. I got the last one that was not. So thanks to the friends at Del Rey for this one. I got a little mini Junji Ito comic book. There was some confusion on it. I was invited to the reception for Junji Ito, and then we got there and found out that too many people had RSVP'd, so they'd sent out a confirmation and not everybody got one. So there was a lot of people who were showing up that couldn't actually go in. So they were giving out the little comics to kind of make us not be mad. So I got one of those. Simon & Schuster had a panel where if you went, you could get a free book for attending, and so they did that by giving you a flyer of the books, and there was like a ticket at the bottom of it that when you went to their booth, you did a little drawing and turned in your ticket, and that's how you got a book. So I had a vast majority of them, so I got very lucky that the one I wanted the most and did not have was the one I pulled right away, and that is Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong. I got this just in time to go to her signing line as well, so this is also signed. And I'm so excited, y'all. So excited, I love her writing. My boyfriend and my brother went with me to that Simon & Schuster panel with the giveaways. So my boyfriend pulled Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh by Rachel Lippincott, which made him feel better because he was trying to get that book for me at the opening giveaway and did not get to the booth in time. So this kind of made up for that, and he was very happy to assist me in my book gathering ways. My brother's pull from the Simon & Schuster panel giveaway was Duel by Jessica Bagley and Aaron Bagley. This is a kid's graphic novel. Somehow my sister got missed in all of that and did not get the coupon for the free book. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Penguin Random House also did a signing and giveaway of The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. And due to a miscommunication, I ended up with 2 of them. So 2 people end up going through that line to get them for me, and so now I have 2. And they're both signed. Tor held a panel where they were giving out books to everybody who came to the panel as you walked out, and the one that I ended up with was Infinity Alchemist by Kaysen Callender. I did not know that Kaysen was writing YA for Tor. I know of Kaysen through my lovely friends over at Forever, the romance side of things. So this was exciting to get my hands on. Another giveaway we managed to get into was Not Forever, But For Now. This is by the author of Fight Club and many other books. I know nothing about what this is about. I just knew the name and was like, well, I want it, so I got it. Another miscommunication with my squad was the preview night opening giveaway, where we got Curious Tides by Pascal Lascelles, or however you say that, my bad. But I didn't just get 1 or 2. I somehow ended up with 3. As I mentioned, J.R. Dawson's book signing was also a giveaway, so I got a finished copy of that with hardcover, and it's all shiny and pretty. I like it. Another miscommunication for my squad was with the Orbit booth. I went up to the Orbit booth on preview night to see if they were going to be doing any coded giveaways through social media, since they've done that at other conventions, and they told me yes, and we ended up talking, so I just got it a smidge bit early. The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. It's very pretty. And it came with some key temporary tattoos, which was cool. But when I told my friends the keyword, in case they wanted it, they took it as I wanted another copy. So I got 2. Again, it's either going to be a little free library drop or a giveaway of some kind. We'll see what happens. Saga Press, which is an imprint of Simon & Schuster, also held a panel where they said everyone who attends will walk away with a book in hand. That is what the program description said. That if you come to this panel, you will get a free book. It was a Sunday morning. Sunday there was nothing in Hall H or Ballroom 20. There's a lot more people floating around looking for stuff to do, so this was a completely full room for Saga Press. And they did not have enough books. And it was a very frustrating moment. I hope they learned from this experience because it turned into a mob. My sister, I stopped to talk to somebody not knowing that it was only they only had a couple books. But my sister went out, and so she was able to get The Black Guy Dies First, Black Horror Cinema from Fodder to Oscar by Robin R. Means Coleman and Mark H. Harris. So she got this and gave it to me. They did have Chloe Gong giving out books, and she was like, guys, we're gonna run out. I guess it is what it is. I hope they learn from it and are better prepared for panels in the future with giveaways, that they should have enough on hand for the room that they are in. And one of the big gets of San Diego Comic-Con was another code word giveaway, and that was for Cassandra Clare's adult debut, Swordcatcher. So if you went up to the Penguin Random House booth and said the Rag Picker King sends his regards, you got an arc of this chunky monkey. It is a really big book. But this is, Cassandra Clare is obviously a huge author. Like, everybody was trying to get this, so they went pretty quickly. But I did manage to get a copy of this, and we got a copy for a friend, so my boyfriend took that one back to where he lives to give it to one of our friends who's a huge Cassandra Clare fan. So that means I came home with 32 physical books in my suitcase. It was very, very heavy. One other bookish giveaway is from the tour area. They were giving out audiobook extended excerpts from Jennifer L. Armentrout's Fall of Ruin and Wrath, which comes out in September. They ran out of like the whole little gift packet, the person in front of me. That happened a lot. Things ran out, the person in front of me, a lot this year. But they did still have some of the excerpt codes, so I do have one of those. San Diego Comic-Con is known for its swag. Like, that's half the reason a lot of people are there, is to get all the free stuff, I feel like, because everybody goes crazy for it. One of the things I got while walking around was this hat of Immortals of Avum. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but I got a nice little trucker hat. Got a couple of sheets of temporary tattoos for celebrating Free Comic Book Day. They're super cute. Did we steal a cup from the Paramount Plus Lodge? Yeah, we did. No regrets. The Simon & Schuster panel that I mentioned with the book giveaways also had a water bottle giveaway for Simon Teen. One of the most talked about activations at San Diego Comic-Con this year was Hulu, and they had some pretty good swag. Chief among them, this super cute 2D backpack. It does expand and so you can put stuff in it, but it looks 2D, which went along with their Animayhem vibe that they were doing. So it was a lot of animated shows in their experience. It was a lot of photo ops. But while you're walking around in there, you also got some other stuff. They were giving out little boxes of pins inside the activation, this for solar opposites. So you've got 5 character pins in the box. While we were in the first half of the activation, a guy asked for a picture with me and my gang because we were all in costume, and so we took a picture with him, and he said, "For your kindness," and gave us a little pin box. And then later someone said, "Oh, you get a prize for being in costume." So we got 2. Some people didn't get any. We got 2. Comic-Con is crazy. When you left the activation, that's when you got your backpack. They also gave you another pin set. This is Futurama's Farm Fresh Eggs, so it is the Futurama characters as eggs. Toward the end of Comic-Con, the last couple days, I heard that they were making you pick between the backpack or the pins. We were there early enough that we got both. They also gave us a poster, which I believe I stuck the tube into my boyfriend's bag. So I don't have them on me, but we did get a Animayhem poster as well. Bandai had an off-site activation that we went to. They had two kind of sides of it. One was Tekken 8. So we did go play the game. They were giving out swag on that side that apparently me and the girls all missed, but the boys didn't miss it, so they got a bag and some other stuff that from Tekken 8 that we missed out on. We did pay attention to the swag on the Armored Core side, so we got a lanyard, a little badge on it. We got a t-shirt, which I have not opened, but it does say Armored Core on it. And then a towel that you get it wet and you wrap it around your neck and it helps keep you cool. So perfect thing to have at an event like San Diego Comic-Con. Over at the Fierce Reads book, I got a Marissa Meyer pin for one of my friends who really loves Marissa Meyer. It's her favorite author, so I got her one of those. I also got a pin for A Venom Dark and Sweet. I met a fellow Supernatural fan and she gave me a sticker. This is In Defense of Fandom, which I believe is her podcast, and it's got baby on it, so I love it. I'm not sure where the Camp Snoopy sticker came from, but I ended up with a Camp Snoopy sticker in my bag. I did not go to the Camp Snoopy activation though. The line was long. We walked by the Crunchyroll booth at one point and they were handing out Dragon Ball Z sweatbands, so of course we had to get one of those. There were more goodies over at the Paramount Plus Lodge. They had this little clippy-doo thing with a general admission, little shiny ticket on it. I guess we're supposed to get things punched, maybe? I don't know. I'm just now seeing that there's like a row of things on it that maybe we were supposed to get punched. I don't know. But I have this now. It's very entertaining. They had a little area set up for SpongeBob SquarePants, so you get your picture taken with a Polaroid camera and then like a little frame that you can put the picture in. I look like a dork, but it's fine. Everything is fine. In the Yellow Jackets area of the Paramount Plus Lodge, you got some little playing cards and some honey, which I'm told are very important to the show. I have not watched Yellow Jackets yet. We also ended up with the 1923 Yellowstone Origin Story coasters. I don't know who grabbed these, but we ended up with them. Paramount Plus was also giving out burgers for Good Burger. They had caricature artists for Star Trek. They had an Ink Master, like airbrush tattoo, so I got a little Transformers icon on my arm, which very sadly washed off. But they also had some special drinks around that they gave you drink coupons when you got there. I still have 4 of them. They gave us all 2 each, but I was drinking water, so I didn't have to use them, and so is my brother. So we kept them just because I guess we probably could have sold them to people in line, but whatever. Also from the Free Comic Book Day booth, I got a little I Heart Comics pin and a free comic book bracelet. We got invited to the release party for the Secret Cities of Mark Kistler documentary. So we got little badges from when we went in there. That was the only freebie that we got to take home. They gave us plenty of food and drink tickets. So we had plenty of food. We also did drawings while they were there that Mark signed. They told us to draw our three things that make us happy and then take them to show Mark, and Mark signed them. It was a really entertaining night. My sister and I did the Crunchyroll Anime Fitness Challenge, which we thought was gonna be like fun, like swords, and no, it was an actual workout. There were sit-ups and push-ups, triangle push-ups, which made my back hurt for multiple days after. It was not a good time. As well as like running in place. So we did all that, and then they gave us swag bags, so we got a little orange tote bag that did not have a logo on it, which is surprising. A little towel. They gave us sweatbands to wear during the workout, which came in very handy because it was quite hot in there. And then a bunch of snacks. So there was some popcorn, there's some fruit leather, there's some edamame beans, there's a protein bar, there is a little tube of almond butter, and some liquid IV. My sister and I were front and center for the Anime Fitness Challenge because we were 2 of the only 3 people who showed up in cosplay. And so there are lots of photos and videos of that on the internet now. We did the Quantum Leap activation, which kind of scrambles you into different timelines or shows. So we went through and collected evidence for Law & Order. We had to sing for The Voice and like be in a room full of dolls with Chucky. And since we saved the timeline, we got a little pin from Quantum Leap. We also went to the Neopets VIP party where we got a swag bag with Neopets on the bag itself. There were little stuffed Neopets in the bags. I got a snow bunny keychain. There was this giant mouse pad for Neopets. There's a bookmark, a little shiny sticker, another sticker, a little code for us to scan to learn more about what's going on. That shaker cup goes with the Energy Formula G Fuel powder mix, so I got electric blue slushy. And then at the part I think we had the most fun with from the Neopets bag, slap bracelet. I also got a Transformers Masterpiece pin. I have no idea where that came from. San Diego Comic-Con always has these gigantic backpacks that they give out when you get there. This year was a lot of animated shows. I initially had Percy Jackson, and I'm not sure where that went. I think my brother traded it to somebody because I ended up with American Dad when I got home. So, it is what it is. I think it's funny how everybody like fights and trades for these, and then they just end up folded up and put in a box. I have these from several years and they just ended up in boxes. The official San Diego Comic-Con pin was also back this year. That's what it looks like. If that's focused, I don't know. We'll find out. But greetings from San Diego Comic-Con pin. There was a lot of hassle for us to get these. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but we ended up getting them. So it happened. Another freebie that came in very handy was from Whatnot, these yellow tote bags. We almost didn't take them, and then we ended up using them quite frequently. So that's all the free stuff that I can locate. My situation is still very much so a mess from unpacking. Now on to the things that I bought, because what convention is complete without spending a lot of money? I got a little dumpster fire from 100% Soft. I wanted the one, this year's version, that was glow in the dark and said this is fine and had the little this is fine dog on it. But the guy in front of me got the last one. Again, I say, the person in front of me got the last one multiple times this trip. Which is a little disappointing, but you know, I still bought the original one because I wanted it several years ago but just didn't have the money at that time, so I bought it this year. My sister also got one. She got the yellow one. We wanted the glow-in-the-dark one, but we did not succeed on that mission. My darling brother, on his first time at San Diego Comic-Con, won a Funko time slot. The nerve of this kid. But he did get several things for the rest of us in the group, so I got the Spider-Man 25th anniversary Pop Funko in a tin. It has a pin and a coin in there and a tin. So got that. It's very shiny. I also got the Captain Marvel with the Comic-Con sticker on it. I also bought a t-shirt. It is a black t-shirt that has the This Is Fine dog with the fire everywhere. Because I do say This Is Fine like a lot. But I do not know where it got placed in the packing. So I'm hoping somebody has it. If not, I'm going to be very sad. But it was cute. Thanks for hanging out with me while I unpack my San Diego Comic-Con bags. There was a lot of stuff in this year's bags, both as freebies and stuff I bought and stuff that I took to get signed. It was quite a lot. We had like 15 suitcases and backpacks among the four of us when in my little group heading back to the airport. So, and shout out to our Uber driver who managed to get it all in the backseat of his brand new car. It was a tight squeeze, but we appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click on that little bell so you get notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.